Hi, everyone. This is Mo Bunnell, your business development expert, author of the Snowball System and trainer to over 15,000 experts all over the world on sound, authentic, genuine business development techniques. I've got a great show for you today. Here, I'm going to interview one of the best thought leaders in the world, Josh Kaufman, who sold about 1 million copies of Personal MBA, the best resource I've ever seen around compiling all kinds of business knowledge into one place. Basically, an MBA packed in a book is the idea. And Josh isn't just a great thought leader. He's a absolutely wonderful and good friend of mine that I bounce ideas off all the time. He's an amazing father. He's an amazing husband. Just an awesome person in general. And I'm just thrilled that he joined us on the show. What he's going to cover today is one big idea that can help you take your business development skills to the next level. And I love what he shared with us, and I believe it wholeheartedly. So before we get started, remember that if you want our weekly newsletter on getting sound business development techniques delivered right to your inbox, just head over to growbigplaybook.com. That's growbigplaybook.com and sign up. And it's 100% gratis. It's complimentary. It's our gift to you. And it compiles all of our best gratis courses, thought leadership, everything that we're putting out there, puts it in one place, drops it right in your inbox every single week. So without further ado, let's get into Josh Kaufman and his big idea. Josh Kaufman, man, I am so excited to bring your amazing knowledge inside your bald head, more on that later, to our audience. You're a great friend. You're an amazing business leader. And I personally love, not only do I have my copy of the 10th anniversary edition signed of Personal MBA, sold almost 1 million copies now, which is exceptional. But I've got to say, I've got my copies of How to Fight a Hydra, not just the final version, signed copy with a smiley face on it. But man, I've got my advanced reader copy, which I read on a plane flight and just love it. So you're cranking out amazing content, not only Personal MBA, packaging it up an entire MBA in a book, which is amazing concept, but also inspirational stuff like How to Fight a Hydra, just an idea of how to live your life. You just crank out great stuff. It synchronizes so well with our teachings, and I'm so excited to have you on the show today.
Mo, thanks so much for having me. Any day that I get to hang out with you is a good day. So I've been looking forward to this for a long time, and thanks so much for having me on.
It really is a long time coming. We had to wait a while, but we're going to deliver. So, hey, my first question is, what big idea do you have that can help business developers be more successful? You know our audience, because you've gone through our class, people that have one foot in delivery, and they've got one foot into finding someone else or other people to say yes to more of that delivery, to purchase, say yes to their expertise. So what's your one big idea?
Yeah. So I think regardless of what industry you're in or what market you're in, understanding business at a fundamental level is a significant advantage. It'll help you do your job better in terms of the execution delivery part, but it'll also help you do the business development part better. Understanding what your customers want and need, understanding the challenges that they're facing in their part of the organization. Who's the decision maker? What is the decision maker looking at or worried about or focusing on? Doing all of that well really requires that you understand business at a fundamental level. What's important in every business? What's less important? So when you're having those discussions, when you're in the process of making trade-offs between, certain things that feel just as important as the other, having a more accurate understanding of what businesses are and how they work will really help you do your job better and serve your customers better than you otherwise would be able to do.
Oh man, I love it. And I'll tell you, I think so many organizations are incredibly good at training their people on their business, right? Here, if I'm a client executive at a big healthcare company, here's how stop loss works. Here's how ancillary services work. Here's our healthcare discounts in a certain area. If I'm a lawyer at a big law firm, say I'm a litigator, I'm going to have some deep subspecialty in litigation, a very specific area, defending my clients or whatever I do. And the organizations are really good at teaching those things, but they're not necessarily good at teaching the general business language and how to communicate that to a client. So go a little deeper on your idea. I'd like to double click on it and talk about from a personal perspective, from somebody that is that business developer, talk about how talking the language of business of their client would help them communicate better.
Yeah. So it still floors me how many people just have a knowledge of their specific part of the structure and not as much of an understanding on where they fit into the broader picture, or how, their boss or their boss's boss, or, the CEO or the board, how they're thinking about the company's performance, what's important and what's not. And so what I found is having a deeper, more comprehensive understanding of the entire business system. So instead of, as you were saying in insurance or law or sales, like just one narrow silo of the business that only thinks about or cares about certain things, understanding the entire picture is where you get to the type of strategic and practical insight that can really make a difference in making something work or not. So, for example, if you're responsible for selling into the sales part of the organization, they might have certain things that are very important to them, and they're only judged based on whether or not those things happen. But the decision maker, the COO, the CEO, they're thinking of things well beyond just the sales part of the organization. Is this going to help our financial picture? Is this going to help us develop something that we can market and sell? Is this going to streamline some of the value delivery or the customer service parts of the organization where we're experiencing a lot of pain right now? And so understanding and thinking about and anticipating some of the issues across those 5 parts of every business, the value creation side, the marketing side, the sales side, the value delivery customer service side, and the financial side, allows you to do some very interesting things. It allows you to anticipate some of the issues or objections to selling or adoption. Like, where's the sticky part of the organization right now? What is the decision maker caring about? What are some of the things that are getting into the way of that? Are there other ways, or things that we could sell, ways that we could help the client beyond this very narrow set of things that we're focused on in the moment? It opens up a wider variety of things that you can offer to your clients. It also, getting good at this, you kind of get multiple benefits in one set of skills. It helps you understand your client and it helps you sell, but it also helps you operate within your own organization. If you're the person who thinks about how does this impact the other parts of the organization, can we anticipate some issues? Can we make the system run just a little bit smoother, a little bit faster, a little bit more profitably? All of those things make you the go-to person in your organization, the person who's thinking into the future, the person who is able to see all of the trade-offs and anticipate issues before they arise. All of those things make you a better business person and way more valuable to your organization than you would otherwise be.
Oh, Josh, I love it. It's gold. So let me recap it because I think our audience will like this, and then we'll move on to our second question. But what I'm hearing you say, and this tees up a lot, or this aligns a lot with a lot of our principles, in that as we communicate to clients or prospects, we want to do so with their priorities in mind, in their words. And I think what you're telling me is somebody that can absorb all the content and personal MBA. If they can talk the language of business to a higher level than their competitor, they're able to talk about those priorities and see them from that high level, as opposed to the thing that they sell or they promote. And they're also able to use the words of the client in a way that's much more meaningful than if we were using our words internally from our organization. We could sound like jargon outside. It's shorthand inside, but it sounds like jargon outside. So you're really talking about taking every single aspect of the business development process, from asking questions to overcoming objections to developing relationships, creating demand, closing deals, retaining work. All that gets a little bit better meaningfully if you can talk the language of business.
That's exactly right. And, remember, and you teach this so well, business development is about trust. And so when your clients or the people that you serve have more reasons to believe that you understand them better than anyone else, and maybe better than they understand themselves, everything that you can do to encourage that, not just perception, but reality, to really get the folks you're serving at a deep fundamental level, the more they're going to trust you, the more effectively you're going to be able to work with them, and the more effectively you're going to be able to close business.
I love it. Though that's the perfect. So that was really meaty, really good. That sort of wraps up our big idea question 1. Now we're going to move to question 2, which is about how do you use some of the specific principles that you've documented in Personal MBA to help manage your opportunities. Wow, that was absolutely fantastic content from Josh. I'm telling you, I just learn from him every single time that I talk to him, which is a lot. If you want more from Josh, I'd suggest to head over to joshkaufman.net. His name is spelled JoshKaufman. There's just one F in there. joshkaufman.net. Sign up for his newsletter. It's fantastic. It gives his latest research, analysis, tools, trends, new things that he's coming out with. It's really good. I get it. I love it. And if you want our newsletter with our best weekly insights on how to grow your book of business, your relationships, and your career, don't forget, head over to growbigplaybook.com.